you have time, because I know you have at the moment your summer school business activities and your 5-day course, and I think you're online the whole day. And so it's a great honor for me that you have time for me and my community. And we will use the time properly, because I can speak with you for hours, and I have the privilege to do it sometimes. Yes, and we already have some viewers in the live stream and here in the webinar too. I have a very important question for you. When we start meeting together, Sigrun, I was 17 years in business and I was quite successful, but I worked very hard and earned almost nothing. Yes. And you see so many businesswomen or so many women around the earth. You work since years with women. What's the reason that this happens? What is your opinion?
Good question. Thank you, Claudia. Yeah. Women think too small, and it's very frustrating. Like, I think there's a lot of this, like, hey, it's good enough. It's enough. You know, who am I to ask for more or dream of more? And I see this come up again and again, that there's just this feeling of, whether it's 50,000 or 100,000, like you were at the same level for 10 years in terms of revenue in your business. And it just felt okay. Like you said, okay, I'm not living on the street. I can buy food. Maybe you can even travel a little bit, but you're not stepping out of the comfort zone of wanting much more than maybe your parents had or friends had. I think there's something about loyalty, this like not wanting to leave anyone behind. Let's make everyone happy. So if I keep myself small, I am not in danger of making other people unhappy. It's a story we tell ourselves, and it is unfortunately keeping women small that we tell ourselves stories like, okay, this is just enough. Like, if I shine brightly, like if you have more success, we have these thoughts that we outshine others, that we somehow dim other people's lights. If you think of a candle, my candle is shining brighter. Does that mean that other women's candles are shining less? No. It means we can actually all shine more, because just what you have done in the last 3.5 years, now you are creating a movement around you. Like, women are starting to see this is possible for me too.
Yes, this resonates a lot with me for my personal situation, because my divorce was like stepping up for what I want. And I remember my therapist said once to me, sometimes you have to leave behind what you love to do your mission. Yes. And although it felt bad in my heart, I know it was the right decision, and we are still friends, and everybody can now do what he likes. Yes. Yeah. And now looking back, I know that I played very small, because earning more than a husband, it's not always so easy. Yes.
You didn't want to shake the boat, because you have these thoughts that possibly if you earn more money than your husband, that he might leave you or something like that. And the right husband will not leave you.
I learned this.
Yeah, the right husband is there to support you. He's your biggest supporter, and he's going to be there for you, whether you make more or less money. It doesn't matter at all. The right person, the right spouse is supposed to support you.
Yeah.
But we have these thoughts like, if I'm too successful, then somehow I'm leaving my family and husband or spouse behind. And no, not the right spouse.
Yeah. And how do you think about this? Like, I always was like a kind of proud. I'm a power woman. I can do everything. I can work 80 hours a week and I'm still loving and treat everybody well. And I am supported. So I think it's also sometimes we are too good and we can handle too much. And I then had an accident with my shoulder and my doctor said, maybe Claudia, you are running too fast through your life. Yes. And so I also think sometimes we are proud that we can do so much and it's okay to earn less because we are able to do so much and deal with less money. We still have the possibilities to cook good food and make a nice surrounding for our families and everything. Yes.
Yeah. Women are more likely to be a people pleaser than men. It's the masculine, feminine energy. And I've also noticed, I do a lot of personality tests. I'm a huge fan of personality tests. And there is one letter that comes up a lot for women. It's the F, feelings. Mm-hmm. And so we're constantly putting other people in first place. We put our children first place. We put our spouse first or second place. And we come last, always last. And this last place might be like spot 10. And then we are working so hard to please everybody. And you say, yeah, you were working 80 hours. Partly you're doing this to please your clients or, just be there for everybody and never say no. Opportunities come and you're like, yes, yes, yes. Versus thinking of what is the most precious thing you have. It's your energy.
Yeah, and my health.
And your health, well, yeah, that's kind of synonymous. Your health and your energy is the most precious thing you have. And when you run out of energy, you cannot be there for yourself or help others.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a workaholic like you. Like I love my job. I could be doing this around the clock. But luckily I have realized, and this is where maybe a spouse comes in or children or good friends, to say, hey, you take the evenings off. We don't work all weekends. Now, if I'm in a marketing campaign, of course, there might be the odd evening or the odd weekend, but not all the time. Not 80 hours weeks, not even 50 hours or 60 hours. Like it all moderates because your energy is the main thing for you. And I love that you said recently that you have stepped into your, what we call the queen bee role. Like yeah. You should only do what your zone of genius is, and you should have a team that does the rest. Now, in the beginning, you might not have a team, but gradually you can start to hire people around you. But yeah, this people pleasing thing and always putting yourself last. I think it's good to think about the planes, put the oxygen mask first on yourself. Mm-hmm. And then on the child. The same should be, take first care of your energy before you take care of everyone else around you.
Yes, I learned this again. Also, I teach this to my client every day. With nutrition, it's energy, and take yourself time to cook good food and everything. Yes, but if I look back 3 years from now back, I started with Samba Summer School with your summer project. And I always say Samba Summer School saved my life, or better meaning, it gave me back the joy of my work, because I really like what I do, but I need the energy to do it properly. And if I'm burned out, I have no energy for my clients. How did you came up with this idea to work in summer? For me, it was perfect. I always was anti-cyclic, because in summer, all nutritionists were on holiday and I had the business of my life. Yes.
Yeah.
And I like to work anti-cyclic and go to my holidays in May or June. And how did you came up with this idea to work in summer?
There were two parts happening. In 2017, I created my first online course or program, like not a group program, not one-on-one coaching, like something really, really scalable. I called it SOMBA, Sigrun's Online MBA. And I was very proud of my work. I created great content. I had modules on launching, copywriting, branding, all that stuff. And then 1 year into the program, 2018, spring, I was taking stock. I was looking back, how effective is my program? And it was not as effective as I had hoped for. And I started to see something that I actually saw generally in the online business world, that typically only 10% finish an online course. And 10% don't even start it. Oh. And 80% are possibly somewhere in the middle. They started, but they don't finish, or they finish and don't get the success that they were hoping for. And I didn't have the statistics for my course, but I got the feeling that more people could be successful. And I said, that's on me. That's on me as the course creator to figure out how can I get them to successful. And I was then frustrated when I was asking the women, like, are you not going to work through the modules in the summer and prepare your business for success in the fall? And they told me, taking a break, I would ask someone end of April, when are the next time you're going to do a marketing campaign? And they said September. And I'm like, what? No wonder women earn less money than men if they take a break for the whole summer. I'm not against holidays. Everyone needs time off. We need to recharge our batteries. But this was very frustrating. And I get my best ideas when I'm frustrated. And so I said, I have to kick these women in the butt. And I came up with like a challenge, like a course that is based on giving steps, simple steps every week. And you don't even know what's happening next week. And that's good for your brain, because your brain is already thinking like, oh, what's next? And we easily get overwhelmed. And I have this feeling with women a lot. And maybe that's because there's this letter F in the personality, feelings and. And so I came up with this idea that I could do this, get them to do what's in my program, but do it in 10 weeks. Instead of a 12-month program, they do it all in 10 weeks. Because I tell them what to do every week. So, and I started off, about half of the women participated who were in the paid program already. So this was not sold separately. You couldn't join separately. In 2019, they started to email me and said, are you doing it again? Are you doing it again? It was so good. And I figured out there were women who had done the summer course in 2018. And then they did nothing. They waited a whole year to do it again. I was like, I'm onto something here. Is this maybe my teaching method? Is this maybe a better way to teach people? Because it's not really about knowledge. You can find everything on YouTube, but people don't do it.
Yes, and
that don't do the work.
That was really the game changer for me too, because I subscribed in your program in January, and every month I thought I paid money to this Icelandic lady and I have done nothing. Yes. But when you started with this from week to week, the tasks, that helped me so much, because I'm also overwhelmed with all the things. And you already know me, I need focus.
Yeah.
With this program from week to week, the focus was clear. There was a clear task. There was also accountability, because you asked, what have you done? And you wanted to see the next steps. And for me, it was my breakthrough and very helpful. And it's fantastic, this idea. And from our last retreat last week, I also have ideas to put in more for my students, because we are finishing now, and we also have some which are in the middle or in the second half, and summer is starting and they have not finished, although they had 9 months time. Yes. And so I learn a lot from you. That's really good to have this fixed tasks. And
it's like a class in school. And actually I've been reading articles. It seems to be a trend all over. People are realizing that the old way to do online courses doesn't work. Like it works for some people, but it's not for everybody. And with summer school, now we call it Kickstart, we have a 90% completion rate.
Wow.
So if you compare it to online courses where people have a 10% completion rate, this is different. And we call it intensive. We don't call it an online course. It's an intensive. Mm-hmm. And the key is that I basically stopped offering the other program, the one I created originally. Now it's a membership and people can, of course, join it and all the content is there. But to get people going, they need a class. It's like when I think of myself in gymnasium, I was in a classroom. You could also go to a gymnasium where you could pick and choose classes and you can go to this and that. I saw people drop out because most people need a class system. They need to know, show up for this and do this week and next week. And even for very, let's say, highly educated people, very experienced, it's such a relief just to have someone tell you what to do.
Yes, it is, because I have to organize so many other things. And so for this, it's really good to have somebody. I liked it. And for me, it was the beginning of my journey. And I'm so happy that you started with Zumba Summer School.
What an amazing journey. It does touch my heart when you say it saved your life. But, looking back, it has completely changed everything.
Yes, and I'm proud of my team now with 8 people and giving jobs, and we have good jobs. And I had a team meeting after my working holiday last week. And it's so great to see that everybody loves what we do. And they ask, what did you learn from Sigrun? What new ideas do you have? And everybody is eager to step forward. Yes. But Sigrun, what touches my heart always is, as I know you a little bit better after the 3.5 years, I really love your mission and your vision and your personal story, why gender equality is so important for you. And you had a podcast a couple of weeks ago with some numbers about the not equal system with the women. So what do you think, what will happen in the next 2-3 years? Are we stepping forward, that more women go in business? You are traveling a lot internationally, you are in networks. What is happening with Corona and everything? Do we reach more gender equality?
Well, I truly hope so. What is changing? So more and more women are starting businesses. So that's a good thing. It's still about 30%, but we're seeing a fantastic increase with Black women. It's actually more like 40%.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So that makes me truly happy that at least some women, more are starting businesses. What is not shifting well enough is how much money these businesses make. And it's truly frustrating that 90% of women-owned businesses make less than 6 figures. So if a business makes 6 figures, you were only making, you could only take out, I don't know, €1,000 a month out for yourself or less.
70 years I had this. Yeah. I had a revenue for 100,000 and expenses of 95,000. Yes. And the tax advisor asked me, from what are you living? Yes.
Yeah. So, but let's say you have a revenue of 100,000 and cost of 50,000. So you can pay your 50,000, but still with 50,000, you couldn't live in many countries of the world, and you cannot make all your dreams come true or invest in yourself or in your team or in your business. So 6 figures doesn't really, you don't really contribute so much to the economy. Yeah. And that frustrates me. Like, I think we should go for more, and bigger is not difficult. Bigger is better. Like, I would normally say less is more, but when it comes to business, earning, for instance, 300,000 instead of 100,000, you can employ people that do the things you don't like doing and that you're not good at. And by employing people, you are contributing to the economy. and there's more left for you. You have an actual profit. You can buy an apartment or a car or whatever else you need in life.
Yeah, or pay educations for the children. But
Oh yeah,
in
or give
Austria,
a charity. Yeah.
in Austria, I always hear, don't earn too much because you have to pay taxes.
Taxes are good. We want to contribute to the economy. Let's not be like these corrupt corporations that avoid taxes at all costs. I think women, we can do it differently. We should be proud of paying taxes. Now, we should not be silly about it. We should have a tax advisor that does smart things for us. But I want to pay taxes. Who is going to build a school or pay for the road? Somebody got to do it. And the big companies, they try so much to avoid taxes that, yes, we should pay our fair share. We should do it in a smart way. But yeah, we need women to think bigger. And so I guess that's a thing that will take some time, because still too many women think small. So I hope with role models like yourself that women start to see that, hey, she can do all these things. She can go on a cruise ship and, she can do all these amazing things that maybe you wanted to do for many years or didn't even allow yourself to dream of. And now you can just do them. Today, I got a hot tub.
I have seen it, the video. Yes, that's great. Yeah.
I had this dream for many, many years to have a hot tub. I don't know if this is important for other people in the world, but in Iceland, hot tub is considered luxury. The water is cheap, but just having a hot tub, you have to have a single home typically, or you have a summer vacation home. And I had neither. I live in an apartment building, and I want to live in an apartment. I don't want the single home because then I have a garden and all that stuff. I don't want that. So last year in August, I saw an apartment for sale with a rooftop where you could have a hot tub.
Great.
I bought the apartment because of the possibility of having a hot tub. And now I could also buy it. I had the funds to buy the best hot tub I could have. Yeah, it's always ready whenever I want to use it. I can control it with my phone with that app. It has music, it has lights, it has Wi-Fi. I didn't dare to kind of think about these things years ago. And now I'm just like, yeah, I can do this. Great. And I got it today.
Great. Congratulations that you achieved your hot tub, and I will visit you in August and we'll have
your bikini. Yes.
Yes, I will bring my bikini. Yes. Yeah. What's driving you is, in my case, it's to revolutionize the health business, because in health business, if I go to congresses, to seminars, there are always men on the stage who tell women how to eat. Yeah. And as I work with integrative nutrition, I know the stomach of women is different. And for us, it's not always the best to eat raw food and celery smoothies and all this. And so I really want to encourage women in health business to be more visible and to earn better. And so in this, we resonate.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
We're on the same mission. I'm on a mission to celebrate gender equality through female entrepreneurship, but you want to revolutionize how, health is presented to women. Like, women have traditionally been neglected, new medicine is not even tested on women. And then you make, have recipes, and I've had my stomach issues. So I'm glad we have you, Claudia, and all these amazing people that will graduate from your program.
Yes, I like my students, and at the moment to see they are opening cooking studios, they work on their first online courses. I'm so proud of them, and it opens my heart, because I have 10 project ideas every day, but I can't do every project properly. And so I'm so happy to handle ideas to my students, and they execute what I have as ideas, and it's a perfect win-win, and I give them everything they need to be good and competent and have the knowledge. And I see more and more that I can also give them, that they are brave and and it's easier for them to be visible because they see somebody who already does it. And so to be a role model feels better from month to month. And thanks to your help, I am now there where I am. Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Great. Do you have any tip or advice for our listeners and viewers?
Well, it's coming up a lot that, for me, clarity comes from action. You can not think your way to results or think your way to clarity. And the best way to move forward is to take action. Even if you're not 100% sure that you have the right idea or the right course idea or the right business idea, clarity comes from action. Claudia, you wouldn't be where you are today if you hadn't taken the first step. The course you created in the first Zumba Kickstart, does it still exist?
It does, yes.
Okay, it still exists, but in a different form, right?
Completely, yes.
Completely, yeah. So it is the first step. We just need to take the first step. The rest will come.
Yeah, that also resonates with me because I always do it. Better done than perfect is my saying every day, and I'm so happy that I don't have this perfectionism. So I learn from trial and error, and I have no problem if something is not perfect. Yes, but I'm very open to feedback from my clients, and if I do something not correctly, I know that sometimes the feedback is not the best, but we improve and improve and improve. And so we fit the product the best to the customer needs. And that's for me the way, because the customer is the king or the queen or the emperor in my case. Yes. And I only can learn if I have the dialogue with my customers.
Exactly.
And to be in the dialogue, I have to take action. There is no dialogue if I'm on my desk here and writing the text new and doing the videos again and again. I have to put it out and see how it resonates with my customers.
Exactly. So clarity comes from action. That's my message to you.
Thank you very much, Sigrun. And I think some of my students, or hopefully many of my students, are in your free online workshops in this week.
Yes.
And I will give them the link again that they join. You give so many things for free, and that's a great way to dive in your way of thinking and in your business experience, which is, for me, it's worth millions of dollars. And it's so great that you share all your experiences with us. Thank you.
Come and join us. We dive into mindset tomorrow.
Oh, I think I have to be there again, because mindset is
it's endless
topic. Yes, the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Getting higher, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I hope to see you guys tomorrow in the mindset session. Join us. And we have also 2 more days to go. We'll do the budget on Thursday.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah.
Great. A great schedule.
Yeah.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.